the euphoria that greeted President Bola Tinubu's resolution of the visa issue between Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates, UAE, is yet to fade. The immediate past Deputy Senate President, that Senator Ovie Omo-Agege, has commended President Tinubu for the initiative to restore the mutually beneficial economic relationship between the two countries. He described it as a key win in economic diplomacy. Oloyinka.
You know, up till this moment, we are still very unclear what the situation is. The issue of whether the ban has been lifted and that the two airlines will begin to fly to Nigeria and all that is still being debated. The UAE authorities have not made any clear statement on that. So I think we should watch the steps and see what will happen from their own end before we begin to rejoice. And when Senator Ovie Omo-Agege described it as mutually beneficial economic relationship, I take that with some pinch of salt. Because as far as I'm concerned, honestly, if you look at it critically, it is skewed against us more. Because, one, our people use the airline to travel, so they make a lot of money from here. Our people go there to buy things. They go there on tourism. They go there on this and that. Our people go there and work. Some do many a job and all that. How many investment from UAE has come into our country? So it's not. They have more to gain from it, as far as I can see, because when you are traveling, you want to go through Dubai, you get to the airport. Of course, you spend some dirham or dollars there before you leave. And when they come, the only problem, where the problem started really, was not even the issue of Nigerians going there to misbehave as much as the fact that they couldn't get their money back to their country. So we must begin to look at what are the benefits in UAE that Nigeria can get. What can we take there to sell? Or what can we, what are the expertise that we have here that our people can go there to go and say that our art and everything has to be involved. So UAE, the Americas, Europe, and the rest of them, we must not only look at going there to spend holidays, we must also think of what we can give to that society for Nigeria to be part of the international economic community.
What's this part of like what you said? What do you tend to derive from this bilateral relationship?
Yeah, I see more of positives, and I think I want to commend the initiative of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the rapprochement. As a student of public and international affairs, did it master's level in UNILAG. Professor Layo Lorode, the former NEC chairman, was one of my lecturers. Of course, I've not had the opportunity to become a doctoral student like our doctor here.
I think it's professional. The course is professional, it's not academic.
Yeah. So they taught us about rapprochement, international diplomacy, and the step taken by the president. You know, he was coming from India. He made the moves and summoned the aviation minister, Festus Keyamo, where, and, you know, Keyamo said he's so grateful to the president for making his job easy. Now, one of the advantages of this is that now we have 2 extra routes outside the world. with Emirates and Etihad, this has the ability of significantly reducing costs. So if you are traveling to Europe or America now, instead of having fewer choices of a British Airways, KLM, Lufthansa, now you can add Etihad and Emirates. That stands the chance of increasing competition.
Let's attend to this caller. Hello, thank you for staying with us.
Hello. Good evening,
Hassan.
everybody.
Yes, Hassan, please go ahead.
Please, I would like to talk about three main issues affecting our country. First of all, the
quickly.
power, Lagos State government, and the people of Lagos State. And thirdly, about the resumption of flights between Nigeria and Dubai. The first one is about power. The problem of power started over a long time ago. When Obasanjo came in, he wanted to solve the problem. The problem is the problem of not looking deep into the real problem. And the management, the ministers, were misled. When Ovi-Omo-Agege became the Minister of Power, let me take you down memory lane. He was misled by the management of NEPA by telling him that the problem of NEPA is transformers. And you can see that throughout the time of Ovi-Omo-Agege, he emphasizes on importing transformers, while the real problem is generation, transmission, and distribution. That's from by the side. Anybody that is taking charge of power must go deep, must go extra mile, must have a third eye, apart from what the management of NEPA or whosoever is telling him. That's number one. Number two, about Lagos State government. Lagos State government should concentrate much more on inner roads. We have a modern Lagos on the main road, while the inner road are slums. Come to Lekki, what you see is much more a cosmetic surgery, in the sense that from Abuja to Aja, all these resettlement areas, all the areas inside out, inner roads, there are no roads in Aja. And even the traffic in Lekki is a serious problem, and it can be solved. This issue of having fourth mainland bridge is not an issue. Therefore, it's a long-run problem. Construct bridges, the same one.
We don't have all the time, Hassan. Thank you for your contribution. Majid?
So like I was saying, while opening up Emirates and Etihad to Nigeria, we should also give slots to Air Peace, Ibom Air, and Arik Air to fly to Dubai. Now,
especially since they have the capacity.
Yes, since they have the capacity. And also, we should ensure that their monies, which total money owed to, I think the president gave a directive on that to the CBN.
Yes.
Total money owed to the aviators is about $800 million.
Yeah.
And for Emirates and Etihad alone, it's about $200 million. So I think we should get this fixed. And also another plus is for Nigerians who are in Dubai, who have a working visa there. They have been so apprehensive that the moment that expires, if this ban still exists, except those of them who are professionals, they would have been repatriated back to Nigeria. So now they stand a chance of this being renewed. Now, but Chief, he says it's not a chief, Ajuri Ngilale, should be coming down because this thing is not immediate. A lot of things will still have to be put in place. I can see that he's struggling to correct himself. It should be coming down. It should be more interested in telling us what is happening in and around the president than this battle for him to put chief in front of his name. As a journalist, we do not use titles. And I feel embarrassed anytime I see him signing as Chief Ajuri Ngilale. Ajuri is a small boy. So, I mean, he should not be putting...
Mojit, we should not put his own call for Ajuri. So, talking about the airlines now, talking about the deliverables, we are looking, do you have a timeline for this? The implementation of this agreement?
Yes, that is part of what MJ has just mentioned. I'm not sure there's a specific timeline yet.
Okay.
Because
we still need to work out the modality.
The UAE authorities have been silent on that. So all we need to say is that, okay, the president visited there. There was discussion about lifting of ban on visa and the airlines coming to Nigeria and so on. So we expect that because the aviation authorities of the two countries, we have to sit down and talk. And then they will also want to see the directive that the president has given over payment of their money.
Yeah.
How is it going to, how soon will they get it?
And the number of frequencies that the airlines, I mean, the Etihad and Emirates will have.
So
and the number of frequencies.
I think they will begin to work it out and all will end well. I believe so.
In terms of reciprocity, as in, you canvassed for some of our own airline to be able to, you know,
I think
that route and
Airpeace is already
they were
going.
diverting them to another airport.
Yeah, they were diverting them to, I think, a charger, not the
main.
But that one has been
resolved.
That one has been resolved. It's like if you fly Etihad, for example, Etihad will not land in the main in Dubai. It will land in I think Abu Dhabi. So like the Qatar flies to Qatar now. So and Abu Dhabi to Dubai city center is about 30 minutes by road.
By road,
okay. Extra money. So we need to get these things fixed. At the time, BA was flying to Lagos and Abuja while giving, they were having like 14 frequencies per week, while Arik then was having just 7. So there was a discussion where these things were resolved. Just the same way, the American government has decided now that Nigerians, if you get a U.S. visa, it's now 5 years instead of 2 years.
Yes.
Because that's what we call diplomacy and exchange of ideas. So you give me something, I give you something.
I give you something, yeah.
So before, they said it was Nigeria that was giving a maximum of 2
years
to Americans. That's why they limited it.
So 2 years, yeah.
Aregbe Shola, as Minister of Interior, was able to get that sorted as a Minister of
Now the people get job box. They get 5 years.
5 years.
5 years straight.
America.
Okay, I have Apostle. Thank you for waiting. Hello, Apostle.
Atoshi is my name, not Apostle.
Okay, okay. My producer will correct it. Please go ahead, please.
Please, what you talk with this NEPA issue? The NEPA issue is sabotage from within.
Of course.
Sabotage from within.
Less.
Up to this moment, federal government have said meters should be given to individuals and homes. NEPA is sabotaging and not providing meters to individuals. Yeah. I have been to NEPA office on many occasions just to get meters. They have refused to. Deliberately, they don't want to give us meter. Why? Because they are generating money into their own private pockets. If we are metered and is being controlled digitally, you know that these revenues will accrue to the various discos. But now it is going to private pockets. That is the more reason why we are not succeeding. And please, Ojubako, find time and let's do a very...
Okay.
Sorry, the word I was looking for is diplomatic reciprocity.
Yeah.
Between two international countries. Yeah. So it's the Emirates lifting of a visa is another major boost to the Tinubu administration. And I believe that Festus Keyamo and the Foreign Affairs Minister will clean up the remaining
part of the
deals in terms of the number of frequencies that Etihad and Emirates will get into Nigeria, Lagos and Abuja. I think at the time they were going to Port Harcourt, then also allowing some of our airlines to fly into the Dubai main airport.
Well, before we leave this, we should talk about the conduct of Nigerians abroad, especially this Dubai. This Emirates, it's sometimes we should.
I want to tell narrate an experience. You know, there was a time I was on that flight, and many Nigerians like to fly that route. The reason is that they give you everything you ask for. Unlike an American airline that will tell you that they won't give you alcohol unless you buy. Emirates or those ones will give you. There was this guy, he was drunk, and he was still asking for more. So at a point, they decided they were not going to give him again. And he became unruly. At the end of the day, they had to isolate him, and that day, I believe that day, he wouldn't proceed further, because when we got to the airport, they asked everybody to sit down, and they called his name, and they brought him down. So Nigerians too, we need to behave. Because the way some of our compatriots behave, it makes you ashamed that, we are from the same country, why are you doing like this? And the Yoruba will say, if they say Nigerians are bad, please conduct yourself in a way that they will have a change of heart. This guy, on that day, it's just because I've made that resolution that I will never be ashamed on behalf of anybody again. It disgraced Nigeria.
Dr. Ibule,
yes,
that was very mild. What led to this recent ban was the case of that viral video of Nigerians in Dubai chasing themselves with cutlasses, axes, and deadly weapons.
Cultists.
Right, cultists. Right in Dubai. I mean, they were like, what is this? It was alien.
It was strange.
It was strange to them. And they discovered that these characters are from Nigerians, are Nigerians from a particular part of the country.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately so, the same characters who messed up South Africa, who messed up in Malaysia, Thailand, everywhere. And I think they need to have a rethink on how they portray Nigeria. Honestly, that was the main reason, not about the repatriation of their money. Or something. One of the key reasons why they took that step, to stop Nigerians from coming into Dubai, to sanitize their system.
So that has to be taken care of.
Yes.
We need to, well, you know, the president said something like that too, that all those things will have to be worked out.
Yes. Yeah. I want to thank you, Dr. Olayinka Oyegbule. Thank you, Mojid Jami too. And that's our offering today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program.